Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kayla Marie and I do spirituality videos, topic videos, whatever you want to call it. And today's topic is acceptance is the key to bliss. Okay, and I just want to get right into it, y'all. I pulled a couple cards from my decks that I have. So I have the Ancestor Spirit Oracle deck that I'm going to be pulling. I pulled one of those cards from this deck. And then I also have the Self-Love Oracle deck. This is by Janet Chewy. And then this one is by Jade Sky, the Ancestor one. So I pulled one card from each of those decks. And I just kind of wanted to see what the tone of the video was going to be, what the topic was going to be. Hey, how are you? So the first card that I pulled was from my Ancestor Spirit deck. Y'all, this deck, first of all, just gotta give this lady her props. That deck is amazing. I love it. It's beautiful artwork, and I really like the idea of connecting with my ancestors. So to me, it just makes me feel like they're really like with me and, protecting me. Anyway, so the first card I pulled was Remember Who You Are. Okay, this is what it looked like. And at the bottom, it says Culture, Resilience, Beliefs. All right, so y'all. So then the other card that I pulled was from the Self-Love Oracle deck, and it was Love Your Shadow. Okay. And it says, we are perfectly imperfect. Accept and love yourself as you are and do the same with others. Focus your efforts on your own mastery. Okay. And so for me, today we're talking about acceptance, and I really want to get into why acceptance is so important, how it literally cultivates peace and bliss in your life, and how when you can learn to accept yourself, it literally just bleeds on to every other aspect of your life, and it allows you to really become one with the peace that is your birthright. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the video, y'all. I got some notes written down in my handy dandy journal. So I want to first off talk about, what it is that I have been going through. Of course, I always want you guys to feel like, I'm able to relate to you all, because I am not perfect. I'll be getting on here, but I come on here for a reason. It's because I'm literally going through the same things most of the time, or it's a message that I need to hear myself. And so I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I feel like I've been doing a lot of purging. I don't know if it was because of, I think it was a new moon that we just had in the solar eclipse and all of these different things. So I feel like the energies around that surrounded like shifting your perspective and just purging and kind of going through uncomfortable things that you've been through in your past, and just kind of taking almost what is that? Like an audit, like doing an audit of like everything that triggers you and like your wounds that you might have. And so I've been doing that a lot the past couple weeks. And what I've realized is like all of that is okay. Like wherever you are wherever I am, wherever you are in your life, that's where you're supposed to be. And to accept exactly where you are, even if it's uncomfortable, is literally what sets you free from any type of discomfort, really. Like if you're uncomfortable and you can accept, I'm uncomfortable right now, it almost immediately makes you feel better, because it's like there's no judgment around what you're feeling, or no judgment about around how you're navigating your life in that present moment. And so I've just really been trying to practice self-acceptance and trying to look at my life in a lens of, it's okay that I feel what I feel. It's okay to be where I am. It's normal to be where I am, and it's not gonna last forever. And it just helps me so much. So I hope um, that today I can kind of convey my thoughts on that and allow you guys to kind of understand, like, how that can help you as well, because it's been helping me a whole lot, y'all. Because if you know, last couple videos I was talking about how I was going through a breakup. And so for me, breakups are always an opportunity to get closer to yourself and to God. In my opinion, I feel like Breakups have always been a very transformative. I know this is gonna sound crazy because I'm like, a lot of people are like, girl, that's painful, I don't want to go through that. But for me personally, I always look at it and I take that experience so differently, and I just always allow it to be something that can teach me more about myself and more about where it is that I'm supposed to be placed, because I feel like anything that falls away, y'all know me, anything that falls away is not for me. That's just what it is. I'm not, whatever. I can't listen right now, but please save this. I will be saving this live. I will be. So you can come back and watch it later. But thank you for stopping in. I hope you're having a good day. um, but yes, y'all. So I throughout this whole process, I have just been able to really hone in on what it is that I need, of course, and be able to just come from a place of not judging. Like, because there's no need, like, there's a way, it's okay to feel the way you feel. You are entitled to your feelings, you're entitled to going through the motions, okay? And so to just accept being in that spot and understanding why certain things are happening. You don't always understand, and I think that happens for a reason. I think God or the universe or whatever you believe, I think there are periods of time where it is necessary for us to not always know what's going on and have all the answers, because there's no growth in that. There's no mystery in that. There's no like reward when you get to the other side of like, oh wow, that's what that was for, if you already knew. So I think, with that being said, I've just been kind of going through like different experiences that I've had and just looking at my own patterns that I have, and why it is that I gravitate towards certain things and all those things. And so doing that really does require a certain level of non-judgment and acceptance. And so I feel like I've said acceptance about 15 million times, but anyway, I really just found that it's so powerful to come from a space of acceptance when going through hard times in my life, even if it's not a breakup for you, if it's just losing friends, or if it's, I don't know, changing your career path, or if it's moving somewhere new, or if it's trying something new, whatever the case is, just understanding that you're not going to have all the answers all the time, and that's okay. And when you accept where you are, whether you're a novice level, whether you're expert level, okay, intermediate, it don't matter. Just understanding that this is where I am. This is not where I'll always be, but I'm accepting of where I'm at, and I know that this is what it is right now, and I'm okay with that, and I'm rolling with the punches. Okay, that's I hope that kind of made sense. Happy Sunday, you look good. Thank you. Happy Sunday, girl. That is my favorite day of the week. One thing about it, I love me a good Sunday. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of been like my experience lately. I've just kind of been purging. I feel like just you know, going through different experiences that I've had, and trying to understand my past more so that I can just continue to grow and do things differently in the future, because nobody wants to make the same type of choices. Just making sure that I'm, I guess, on track, which I'm always on track. Everybody's always on track, even if you don't feel like it. So yeah. And so what I also kind of want to talk about, and I kind of like briefly touched on it earlier, but acceptance of self is the first step to like acceptance in any other area of your life. If you cannot accept yourself for who you are, yes, girl. But if you cannot accept yourself for who you are, you're not going to be able to accept. I like, it's the same thing as like self-love. It's like, if you don't love yourself, you can't really, well, I don't want to say you can't love nobody else, but at the same time, how can you really accept love from somebody else? It's like the same sentiment of like, if you can't accept yourself, if you can't accept your own flaws, your own imperfections, your own scars, wounds, whatever, it is kind of hard to be able to be accepting of others and their scars and their imperfections and their wounds and their traumas, or whatever the case is. And so I think when certain situations happen to us and we have a hard time kind of letting it go, or we have a hard time accepting what it is and what was, it's because a lot of the times we have a hard time accepting who it is that we are on, at our core, or the flaws that we might have. We might nitpick, we might be perfectionists, or we might like just be like, no, like that part of me is not really okay, or it's not acceptable, so I'm going to push it down, or I'm going to run away from it, or I'm not going to accept it. But it's like, that's who you are. That's okay who you are. Like, everybody is perfectly made, perfectly imperfect, and we are made, depending on what you believe, but I believe that we are made in God's image. And so I feel like, with that being said, we are very divine beings, and we are the way that we are for a reason. There's nothing wrong with you. Despite what society says, or what, we learn growing up from our peers or from our family, we are perfect just the way that we are. You don't need to be smaller, you don't need to be bigger, you don't need to be lighter, darker, whatever it is that you struggle with. You are perfect as you are. And I think we all grow up, and we kind of get certain ideas in our mind about what beauty is, or about what a good life looks like, or what success means, or whatever. But in reality, you define that for yourself. Okay, and it doesn't matter what people are telling you, or what the world tells you is beautiful, or what the world tells you is successful, or what your parents told you, or what your family or your siblings or friends, or whatever the case. It doesn't matter, because if that's not in alignment with what God wanted for you, or what the universe has planned for you, then what? We don't got to pay attention to other outside influences, as it pertains to our lives and who we are as people. And that's just that on that. Okay. And I just feel like, again, it just going back to self acceptance. When you accept self, you can so much easier accept other people, accept certain situations, be forgiving. Okay. Because I think also another thing I've been realizing is that forgiveness goes hand in hand with acceptance. And so if we can't forgive ourselves, again, like, forgiveness and acceptance to me, I feel like, are very similar things. And I feel like it goes the same thing of, like, if you can't forgive yourself, you're not going to be able to forgive somebody else. You're just not, because you don't have it in your heart. Your heart's not open to that idea. And so when your heart is not open and it's closed off to certain things, you literally won't be able to receive it. And so if we talk about acceptance being the key to bliss, if our heart is not open to acceptance, our heart is also not open to bliss. Our heart is also not open to peace. And those are things that we deserve as human beings. That's what we're here. We're here to experience the whole range of emotions, the whole range of, feeling. And so if we're closed off to, peace, joy, abundance, whatever, but we're open to pain and suffering and things that we're used to, we're not about to get the full, we're not finna get the full experience that we came to have. And so when I say, like, peace and joy and love and happiness, that's all your birthright, it is. It's the same as, sadness and maybe despair or hopelessness. All those things are necessary to us getting the full experience of being a human being. Okay. And so, whew, y'all, I feel like my mind is going a mile a minute. Thank you to everybody that's in here so far. I really appreciate you. Please bear with me. Okay. I have my little notebook. I'm like reading my little notes. Okay. So another thing that I have on here is that a perspective shift is needed for healing and growth as well. So again, like, I feel like it just goes back to, what are you open to? Okay. A perspective shift is needed, I feel, when you feel as though you're closed off to the goodness, like, which would probably be like peace, love, joy, whatever. And so how is it that you can shift your mind or your perspective or your psyche or whatever to being able to accept yourself, love yourself, um, being at peace with yourself, with your life, opening that door, inviting that in? Like, how can you change your, I guess, mindset to being able to believe that you even deserve that? Because sometimes that's one of the blockages. I think really when your heart is closed off, is really just a blockage. So just being able to identify what's blocking me from accepting myself, what's blocking me from accepting this painful situation that happened to me, what's blocking me from accepting love, what's blocking me from accepting peace, what's blocking me from accepting joy, what's blocking me from accepting the fact that I'm not here for it today. Like, whatever the case is, like, what is stopping me from accepting what is? Because if you can't accept what is, you're going to live in a life of always being confused, always feeling like, why is this happening to me? Or always feeling like, really, like, always feeling like, woe is me. We don't want that. We don't want to feel like that all the time. You know, you don't deserve to feel like that all the time. And so this is why acceptance is so important, not only for peace, bliss, joy, but also for um, growth and healing. A big part of healing is acceptance. That's just what it is, okay? And then another topic, I mean, another little subtopic I wanted to touch on as well is that when you are able to be accepting, it also allows you to be in the present moment, okay? And we all know how powerful it is to be in the present moment, because the present moment is all that exists at this time, right? So when, hi, mommy. So when we are able to be accepting of our situation, where we are, what's happened or what hasn't happened, or, you know, who we are as people, we are also inviting ourselves to be at peace where we are, like, in this present moment, because the past doesn't exist, okay? The past then came, went, and is gone. The future does not exist, okay? That's something we can only look forward to or dream about, really. So when you exit those little two factors out, it's like all you're left with is right now. And so when you're right now, that's the most powerful moment to be in, when you are centered and you're grounded in where you are at this current moment. And so imagine adding acceptance into that and being like, okay, this is where I am right now at this very moment. Okay, it's Sunday. What day is it? November some, y'all, I don't even know the date. Me being here right now with y'all on live, okay? That allows me to be present with you all. It allows me to focus on this right here, giving y'all this message, this beautiful message, versus if I'm like, oh, but after this, I gotta go and do that, and I gotta go clean my room, and I gotta go get prepared for the work week, and I gotta do, like, it just doesn't flow right, and it doesn't even make me feel good, because I'm overwhelmed and I'm like worried. And even if I was here right now, right, and I'm just thinking about, oh, but like yesterday this happened, or, you know, last week this happened, like, it's just not, it don't hit the same, you know. And so I think when I can just be like, I'm here, I'm filming a video, I am like live, whatever, and I'm able to just really pour myself out into, you know, talking to you all, giving this message to you all, it just is such a more sentimental and like meaningful thing. And it just allows me to really put my all into what it is I'm doing at this current moment. And it allows me to be at peace. I'm very calm right now. I love like doing this anyway, but for me to actually be focused on it, you, and what, you know, what this is right now, is, it helps a lot. It really changes everything, and it makes me feel at peace, and it makes me feel calm, and it allows me to really also kind of be one with God too, because I don't think God is not always living in the past or the future. God is right here, right now. The universe is right here, right now. Whatever you're experiencing right here. So, yeah, just being able to connect with the goodness and the peace is just an amazing thing, right? So, yes. Let's see. So last little point I had was, being present allows peace, joy, and abundance, or whatever you desire, to be present in your life or to come to you in your life, which I kind of already touched on. So yes, y'all, that was really all that. Yes, God is ever present. Yes, absolutely. But that was really all that I had to tell y'all today, okay? I hope that this kind of made sense. I feel like, you know, I was just trying to get out, you know, everything that it is that I've been thinking about and reflecting on and going through in my life. And so I think really what I would want you to take away is that you are deserving of peace. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of abundance, everything that it is that you desire in your heart. And the way that you can access that, your desires and what it is that you feel like you want, is to be accepting of yourself, accepting of your situation, accepting of discomfort, accepting of pain, anything. When you can do that, you can access all that it is that you want, including peace, especially bliss, okay? Acceptance is the key to bliss. That is the message for today, all right? And I want you all to know, right? Listen to me. Listen, we here. We here. You are not alone, okay? Whatever it is that you're going through at this time, I'm here with you. God is with you. The universe, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in. If you don't believe in anything, know that you're not alone, okay? There's a billion human beings probably going through exactly what you're going through. It doesn't take away from your experience, but it does allow you to connect with others and be able to share what it is that you are also experiencing, and know that you are way stronger than you give yourself credit for, and that you are divinely made and you're perfect. The way that you are in your life is perfect the way that it is at this time. It's supposed to be the way that it is, even if you feel like it ain't worth living, okay? Even if you feel like it's hard and you don't understand why you're going through what you're going through. I promise you, it's all in divine order and orchestration, okay? I promise, I promise. And if you don't feel that way, if you can't see that at this time, ask, speak it out, and try to understand and gain clarity as to what's happening. Like, y'all, even if you don't believe in God, just try it. I'm telling you, you will get an answer. Just ask for a sign. Just say it out loud. Honestly, truly, I wouldn't even tell you. I wouldn't lead y'all astray. I would not. Okay? But yes, y'all, I hope that y'all have a good rest of y'all Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. I love you so much. And I hope that this resonated with you, that you could take a little nugget of happiness or peace or knowledge or whatever you needed to get from this. I hope that you got it, and I will see y'all in my next video, hopefully next week, hopefully. Yes, but I love y'all so much, and again, have a nice day. Thank you for joining me. I love you. Bye.